How does it make y'all feel to have a 3-year-old talking about Polly Pocket and what's the new the LOL dolls or whatever, making more money than you, and you done went to college for 1,700 years and you're in debt $700,000 behind this? Like, how does that make you feel? Child ain't went nowhere near an education, not even old enough to get an education yet, and they're making more money than you. I personally feel like in today's time, 2020, college is an absolute mistake. Now, if I'm not saying that in the term, if your dream is to be a doctor or a lawyer or something like that requires you to go to college and you 100% have to go to college for that, I'm not talking about y'all, so don't come over here being stupid. What I'm saying is college has really become obsolete because people are making it way further without it. All you have to do, for real, is be creative and use your mind and use your God-given talent. Whatever you're supposed to be doing, it's in you already. Like, college has turned into something that is really just a money grab for the people that are involved. You're going to go to college, you're going to graduate, you're going to be 9 times out of 10 working in a field that you didn't go to school for, or you're just going to take a job because you have all of this debt and you still have to live. So, you're not out here scouring the world and scouring the internet trying to find the actual field that you went to school for. Like, I graduated in 2002, and when I was in school, like, although I was like in business academies and all of that, they did not push or promote that you can be successful without going to college. They did not give us that option. They did not say, although I was in business academy, oh, if you want to be an entrepreneur, here's ways to go about it, blah, 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 blah. They did not do that. As far as entrepreneurship, I had to figure it out and do it on my own and come up with my own formula and my own way of doing things to be successful at what I wanted to do, because nobody was feeding me true entrepreneurship. And that's what I was interested in when I was in high school. School teaches you conformity. Like, school teaches you how to be a worker, how to be under somebody else. School does not teach you, hey, you can be a boss. School does not teach you, hey, you can do your own thing. Hey, you don't need they're not going to tell you that, because they're ushering you into another business that's going to be lucrative for somebody else. School is a business. Do you think they care whether you graduate from that school and you struggling to pay your bills and you're struggling to pay back, all the debt and everything that you accumulated? Do you think they care? They absolutely do not. And they're not going to help you do anything. They claim, oh, we have job placement and we can do this and we can do that. And then when you graduate, you don't hear nothing from them, because they don't care. They got your money already. You done already took the L and took the loan. Now, granted, if you play sports or something like that and you're able to go to college for free, I feel like that's cool, and I feel like you should go if it's free. But if it's going to put you behind the 8 ball, and if it's going to have you struggling out here and you're going to be young, you're not even going to get a chance to really experience and enjoy your life, because you're going to be out here struggling to pay bills and to catch up to something. Like, how you starting your life out with debt is it just doesn't sound tangible to me. Like, that just doesn't make sense. Like, I have a 15 and an 18-year-old, and I flat out just teach them to follow their dreams, follow whatever it is that you think that you want to do. Try different things, figure out what works for you, figure out what makes you more comfortable. Who doesn't want to be on their own time? When you're an entrepreneur or you're a creator or whatever, you're on your own time. Whatever you're doing, you're on your own time. And now, granted, everybody's not cut out to be an entrepreneur. I understand that. But that's when, you know, your network that you accumulate comes into play. Like, you might not be good at doing books and keeping up with money and stuff, but your friend might be good at that. So y'all two can work together on something. You might be good at coding, or you might just know something just naturally, or about videography, or about anything. It could be anything in the world. But link up with your circle of people and help each other get to where you're trying to go at. People are afraid to step out there and really be them true selves and really work and develop themselves. Like, for me, I would prefer to give my kid $50,000 to develop them. I would rather give it to them versus give it to a school, and, you know, they are taken away 4 years from their life when they could have been working on building and developing their business. You're taking away time from your life, and you're still going to have to go out there after you get done that 4 years and find a job and figure out how you're going to pay this loan back. Now, you have this loan. You're in your early 20s. You want to have your own place. You want to have your own, you know, you want to have your own thing going on because you're an adult at that point. How do you do that when you have the super high school bill? You have rent, you have to buy food, you have to pay for your bills, your regular bills, the stuff that you do. A lot of these jobs are not footing the bill for all of that. You're going to be just barely making it, or something is going to make you lose. Like, you're going to lose your place on some of these things sometimes because things come up. Like, say you need car repairs, but you're on, you know, you're on a super tight budget because you're paying all of these bills. You're one banana peel away from the poorhouse. Like, if something goes wrong with your car, now you have to take money that you don't have from your bills and pay for this car repair. Now you've ruined your payment, the way that you're making your payments and stuff. So now you have to try to come up with a way to figure out how you're going to make up for the money that you spent and that you lost for that rainy day. A lot of times when you're paying back all of these bills, there is no rainy day fund because you're in the rainy day right then and there. So what do? You get out there, you start selling weed, you start prostituting. This is how people end up doing a bunch of stuff that they probably wouldn't have done if they didn't have all of this debt and all of these bills. So I'm not saying that this is for everybody, but make sure that you're making the right decision for your life, because the older you get, the more mistakes you have to correct from when you were younger. So you should want to age peacefully and gracefully versus aging earlier than you would because you're stressed out because you have all these freaking bills. Just saying, is this a thought? Let me know what you think in the comments. Because for me, it's an absolute no. And I can tell you that I ain't went nowhere near college, and I am an entrepreneur, and I made it. So let me know what y'all think.